Marlene here, and I am here to give you my first impression of this Pro Studio Contour Cream Palette from BH Cosmetics. So if you are interested in finding out what I have to say and how I feel about this palette, then just keep watching. I have been looking for a cream contour palette that was affordable, and then also had kind of a variety in contours because I like to contour my cheeks darker, and then my nose I like to keep it a bit light, and then as well as around my face. So if I can open it, it comes with pretty much all of those colors that I would need. So it comes in this cute little simple box. When you open it up, you've got your palette. So it's got this little button here that you press and open, and then it comes with a plastic cover over it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. I have opened this and looked at it a bit. I have not swatched it, I have not used it, so this is literally a very first impression from me. So here you have all of the colors. You have your 4 highlights. I would say, depending on your skin tone, whether you're darker or more fair, you could use these 2 to color correct under your eyes for the dark circles. And then you have your, how many is that? 5 contouring shades down here. Now I am going to swatch them all before I go ahead and apply this on my face. That way I can kind of have an idea of what I want to use on particular areas. I'm thinking for sure I'm gonna test out this one here to color correct under my eyes and see how that works out. If it's not working too well, I'll go ahead and I'll try the orange. That one scares me a little because it is dark. And I was using this here, LA Girl Pro Concealer before, and I stopped using it because it was a bit too dark and it was still peeking through my foundation and all that. So we'll see if I want to try this today. Let me swatch really quick. I'm not gonna do the whole video of the swatching. I'm gonna swatch real quick and come back and show you guys what I have. So I changed my mind. I do want to show you guys me doing the swatches because I want you guys to kind of have an idea of what the texture is and how smoothly they apply. So I kind of already dipped my finger in the first one, but when you swirl it around, it is really smooth. It's not, it doesn't take too much rubbing to get it to actually come off. I guess I'll try to do like little swipes here and there. Okay, this one, the first one is actually very, very, very fair. Okay, so this is like awkward positioning. You can barely see it. I applied it right there. That was the first shade. So going in with the second shade, just swirling around a bit, and again, it's not taking a lot of pressure. It's very smooth. I actually like the texture of it. Let's see how this one comes off. Okay, this one is more of a beige. I'm gonna get a little bit more so the color shows up on my skin a little bit better. I'm looking in the camera and I'm not seeing it there too well. It just kind of blends in with my skin. Yeah, I am not getting it. If you can see that there, I swatched it. All right, so I did that up here. All right, so let's go in with this banana color. Put it right next to the beige. You should be able to see the banana color up here. You see on the left side of my arm, right under the very fair shade, I swatched the darker beige right now. So there's the orange swatched for you. And now for the contours. Let's see how those come out. Okay, so there are the 5 shades to contour with. I'm a little stuck on what I want to use because I actually like them all. So there are your 5 top shades right here. And then here are the 5 bottom shades. Okay, so to start off, I have nothing but moisturizer and primer on my face. So I want to color correct here around my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm gonna see how well that corrects the darkness around my eyes. So I'm tapping into it with a flat brush here. I'm going to gently apply it around my eye area. I'm not going to go above my eyelid area because I'm going to be applying eyeshadow anyways. So I mean, there's really no point in doing the whole color correcting there. I actually really like this. I'm not gonna even bother with that orange. I think it's way too dark for me, and I don't want to walk around today looking funky. I need to go do Christmas shopping, so let's not do that to myself. This shade actually, I think, number 1, blends in really well with my skin, and number 2, it actually covers up the dark circles pretty well. I know it's not a concealer, but it works great with color correcting, in my opinion. I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit more, and the texture is like really smooth, so it just glides on your skin with no issue. I'm just lightly tapping around my eye. I don't want to take off too much of the concealer. I want it to stay there. So here you have it with the cream under, and then here is, let me get the right color there. Here is without. Without. I think it works pretty well with color correcting so far. Okay, so now that I have my under eyes covered, I am going to go ahead and put on my foundation and any concealer that I need, and I will be right back with you guys so that I can complete the contouring and review. So now to contour my face, so I'm gonna stick with this one here for my nose. I'm going to take this angled fluffy brush. It doesn't have a name, it's not a fancy brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that on my nose. And I am only gonna do 1/2 so we can kind of see if there's a difference, if it's working. See, okay, so again, it blends on smoothly. On my nose, I'm very cautious because I don't want to make it look too exaggerated. So that's why I keep the color lighter, and then I don't apply too much pressure. So I am lightly applying this on, and it is going on without any issue whatsoever. So let me just blend this out really quick. You know what, thinking about it now, I honestly should have highlighted first. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna highlight. I don't know what I'm thinking. My mind is everywhere. But for now, let me finish this. Show you guys how it comes together. I'm gonna take a brush with nothing on it to kind of blend right here. So like I said, I'm gonna go back to highlighting. So for the highlight, looking at the swatches I have here on my arm, because I have more of pink undertones, I'm gonna go in with this second shade here. I kind of want to do the banana one, but I don't think that's gonna match me too well. I think I would save that for the summertime when I get my nice little tan and I'm a bit darker. So for now, we're just gonna stick with the lighter beige. Yes, I like to highlight my stash because for one, I feel like it kind of evens out my whole face when I highlight and contour, and for two, I have dark hair, as you can see, so I gotta get rid of that darkness. So now, to blend it out, and what I'm going to be using to blend, if I can find it, is my silicone blender. Give me a minute, I can't find it. Okay, so I lied, I'm not gonna use my silicone blender because I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. So I have these disposable wedges. I've dampened it up because I am working with the cream. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this to blend this out. So I do feel like this is a tiny bit light, like almost really light. Let me finish blending it out. Maybe I will use the banana color. Let's see. I do feel like the highlight is a bit light. So let me try with the banana color just over this. Let me start with just under my eyes, since that's the biggest area, and then I will see how that works out for me. I mean, the highlight was there, but it wasn't there enough. Okay, I feel like that's better. A lot better. Okay, so let me do it on my nose and my forehead and my lip again, just so it's proportioned evenly. Okay, there we go. I like that a lot better. So let me bring you guys in. All right, so I'm so sorry for the angling. I'm so sorry. This looks so much better. But here you have the highlighted portion, and then here is just my face. So you see it actually brightens up my face. I'll give you that overview later. I was gonna say something, but we'll wait. So let's continue with contouring now. Contouring. I said I was going to stick with the lighter one for my nose. I already did one half of my nose. I hope I didn't mess it up. I will look at it with the highlighting. But for the contouring of my cheeks, I think I'm going to be using this because I do like something dark, but I don't want it too dark. But this looks like a nice medium cocoa color. So that's what I'm going to be using for my cheeks. And then again, I like to keep around my face a bit more natural, so I'm gonna stick with the first shade that I did on my nose. So for my cheeks, I have this flat angled brush. I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna swirl it. I'm not sure if it's actually on the brush because it's so big. All right, and then if you're not sure how to contour, you start from the top of your ear and you come down towards the corner of your mouth. So there you go, you see that? These are so smooth. I really, really, really like that. Okay, so I'm just taking whatever I have here on the brush and I'm bringing it up to my forehead because, I mean, there's enough here to do that. And it's not as heavy as it is when I did the first application on my cheeks, so that's why I'm just using what's on my brush instead of going in with the first shade that I used on my nose. So I like to contour here on the side of my jawline, down from the contour on my cheek. I felt like maybe that was a bit too heavy. Try to blend it out a bit more. Okay, and then for the bottom of my jawline, I am going to go ahead and go back in with the first shade here that I did on my nose. So let me get this little brush here so I can just get a smooth line going. And I don't want the line to be too bulky, so I'm going in with a smaller brush. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the same angled brush that I used on my cheek and blend this out. Okay, and then very quickly, I want this to be pretty sharp. So I'm gonna go in with the banana highlighting color again and highlight here. So here is just like the finished look. So here is, let's do this again. Here is one half of my face with the contour and highlight. I kept it natural around my face and on my nose. I didn't want that to be too dark. And my cheeks are a lot darker contour. And then I used the banana color to highlight under my eyes, my nose, the center of my forehead, and under the contour. And so here's what you have. Here is nothing. Highlight, contour, and nothing. So I actually like the way that it turned out for the most part. So let me finish up my face and I will give you my final overview. Okay guys, so I've completed my look and I've used the palette all over my face. I used the, let's see if you can see there, the banana color to highlight around my face. I used the middle bottom shade to contour my cheeks, and I used whatever excess I had on the brush to do my forehead area. And then I used the first shade here to contour my nose and the bottom of my jawline for a more natural contour and not so dark. Okay, you guys, overall, I really like this palette. The texture of it is super creamy and they blend pretty well. My only thing is they aren't super pigmented, so you kind of have to pile it on just a tiny bit, not too much, to actually get the color to stay. I found that more with the beige up here when I tried to highlight with my face, or on my face, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure I could have made it work if I would have built it up, but I just went ahead and I went in with the banana color instead, which I found it highlighted my face better. So that's the only thing. You do have to kind of build up the color to get the pigment to kind of stay there. I did use this one here to, sorry, this one, if you were confused, to color correct under my eyes. Maybe I will try out the orange one and I will let you guys know how I like that. But I was fine with this one, color correcting under my eye area. Overall, this is great. If you're looking for something that's subtle as far as highlighting and contouring goes, I would definitely choose this palette to do that. I would say for beginners, if you're a beginner in makeup and you're looking for a palette to highlight and contour, I would definitely go with this, just because you have to build up the color to use it. That way when you're highlighting and contouring, you're not caking on the makeup and you just look crazy. So you can slowly build the highlight and contour until you get the desired pigments that you want. So I definitely like this palette. I would recommend it to anyone. It's from BH Cosmetics. I believe it's about $15. I got it on a Black Friday sale, so it's very affordable either way. Yeah, I really like it. Check out BH Cosmetics. I'm actually wearing their liquid lipstick in Jan. I've been stuck on their site for a while now. I'm just buying new things here and there, testing out all of their products, and so far I don't have anything negative really to say about them. They're very affordable, their products work pretty well. Check them out. I will leave their link down below so that you can go ahead and check it out for yourselves. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to check out what I have coming in the future. All right, thank you for watching. Bye.